So this is something that came up in some old paperwork. It's a comparison shopper. It's basically like the precursor to a calculator. And it dates to the early 80s,
Huh.
which was just a few years before pocket calculators really hit the scene. You know, like it wasn't until I think kind of the late 80s that
Yeah.
people started like that you could buy a pocket calculator. Before that, they were these big bulking things that you had to plug in and put on a desk or something.
Yeah.
And they had like lit up LCD displays. This dates back to let's see, what is it? I think it says, yeah, it's 1981. And it's a promotional thing for Gene Oxley for Lynn County Supervisor. And I happen to have the Deviant historian here, and I was hoping that he would know who the hell this person is, and it turns out he does. So I'll have you tell our audience who that person is. It's a woman, right?
Yes.
See, I never liked the name Jean because it's so gender neutral.
Yeah.
Like you spell it with a G and it's a boy, you spell it with a J and it's a girl, but you never know for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those names. But anyway, tell us about the wonderful Jean Oxley.
Well, actually, Jean and her family, the Oxley family, go back in Lynn County since like the 1830s. And the book of the Marian Masonic Lodge was actually written by Marvin Oxley, which is one of her relatives there. So they have a history going back since basically the county was founded in various leadership positions. She had been an educator. She did different things like that. Eventually, she, I think, was the first woman elected in a public office in the county.
So she won the election.
Yeah, she won the election. And she served for the county supervisor position for quite a while. And up until, I think, just maybe last year or the year before, she passed away. She was like almost 100 years old. The Oxleys lived forever. And her niece right now is one of the officers for the Lynn County Democrat Central Committee. So she was pretty involved with them there and with a lot of political stuff.
And Gene Oxley was a Democrat.
Oh, yeah. And the county, anytime you have to deal with the county stuff, of that office is the Oxley building. It's named after her, the Gene Oxley administrative office.
Yeah. This would have been a handy thing to have, and it's actually still kind of handy, except that the prices might not, the prices may not be high enough for today's shopping experience. But yeah, as you can see here, it's like a wheel where it's step 1, step 2, and step 3. Step 1 is find ounce in package in this outer scale, and we'll go with like 8 ounces, just because 8 ounces is a cup.
Yeah.
Then step 2, set price of package opposite ounces in step 1. We'll go with the highest price just so to make it as contemporary as possible. $3 for 8 ounces. And then step 3, cost per ounce, and as you can see there, it's about 38 cents. It doesn't denominate into single cents, but you can see right there that it would have to be about 38 cents. So it's kind of a cool thing. I like the fact that it's a wheel like that. It's so much something from a different era.
Yeah.
That's what interests me about it. It's like the kind of thing that like is so alien to today. I mean, this is something you would have an app for on your phone now.
Yeah.
And like, you have to think, only 40 years ago, less than 40 years ago, this was the kind of thing that you would use for something like that.
But you think about it as a free political promotional thing, it's a lot better than some ad on a TV or a glossy brochure.
Yeah.
You know, you're still able to use this today, or at least have it as an artifact.
And it's made in the USA.
And it's union made too. There's a union label on it. I can look at it and see, but I'm pretty sure there's one right. Yeah, see how it says local AFL-CIO right there?
Yeah.
So it's union.
So that was back when Democrats, they made no bones about what side they were on when it came to unions.
Well, they still, I mean, you look at any Democrat that's actually running, and if they're running seriously, they have a union label on their signs.
Yeah.
You'll still see that today, even 40 years later. But, yeah, it was interesting to see that. But, I mean, it's kind of cool that you get something useful. Because, I mean, think of all the different political crap we've gotten in Iowa with all the people running. I can't think of jack or shit that anybody gave me that was anywhere near as useful as this for something outside of a brochure or something stupid. There's nothing functional.
I remember you used to go. We used like I used to go to parades,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm sure you did too.
Yeah.
And you would get like notepads,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, nothing is as kind of useful and cool as this.
Yeah, they used to give out pens and paper, and now we just got Ashley Hinson playing on a violin in an ad. You know, they might create an app for her doing that, but
Yeah, well, she's a Republican though.
I know. That's why I said they just have her playing her violin, playing people like a fiddle.
Yeah.
But yeah, because otherwise you're not going to get much.
I'm an independent, folks, so don't dislike this video because I am I'm a libertarian-leaning centrist. So
Yeah.
although some of you won't like that either, but at least I'm not gonna vote for Trump. So you at least you can't hold that against me. But yeah, so I wanted to make a video about this because it's just you and I kind of appreciate it for slightly different reasons,
Yeah.
but it's so cool. It's just the kind of thing. It's like the definition of analog,
Yeah.
and I just love it.